Mine, I'll start dancing too. Let's do it.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. That was fun. Well, hello there, Max. Yeah. Top Gun here.
How you been?
I'm feeling bullish as always.
You spoke at the Pulse conference, the Pulsechain conference, and then when the idea came of PulseX, I think you were literally the first person I thought of. I was like, who's going to speak at the PulseX conference? Top Gun Hexadian. I think you're on the first of the list there.
Well, it's nice to be thought of. It definitely is something I've spoke a lot for my entire crypto career. So yes, very excited about PulseX and the stats. Dave,
take it over.
Into it.
Yeah. You want me here? Do you want anything to share? How do you want me? How do you want to do it?
About the only thing I'm worried about sharing is I love to pull up that PulseX to pulse ratio chart, put it on the weekly, and stretch out the whole thing.
All right. I'll exit and I'll leave you to it. You have 15 minutes lightning talk. PulseX talking bullish stats. Top Gun Hexadian. There you go, sir.
All right. So pretty much PulseX here has it's run for about 800 days almost, give or take a few. I lost track of the exact day. Might be 890 something, 893. Close to 800 days. Or sorry, 793 or whatever. Close to 800 days. So I'm just going to go with that. Now, I've been pretty excited about the stats that have actually come out on it. When you go ahead and actually take a look under the hood, so far, PulseX, since its inception, has managed to burn 7.39% of its supply. That is 7 whales, 3 sharks, and 9 dolphins. PETA should be pissed. It has been great progress to eliminate that much in 2 years. Doesn't seem like a lot, but another 2 years, we'll cross 10%. Give it another 2 years, another 2 years. It's just going to keep growing. Our Michael Saylor bot will not retire. And this is where the other fun facts really come in with it. So, I mean, looking at the stats in the history since it launched May 13th of 2023, so far it has done 193 million trades. That's pretty amazing. That's a lot of activity on a DEX. And what that 193 million trades has amounted to is roughly technically almost $23.5 billion worth of trade volume that has gone through that DEX through one token asset or another. And this is absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's not doing what Uniswap's doing yet. Not yet. But unlike any other DEX, those fees really matter because of the buy and burn. Because 0.29% is what the fee collection is. So when you go ahead and calculate that, that's about $68 million collected in fees over the last 800 days. And what's really awesome about that is it was originally designed that about, I believe it was, I forget if it's 71% or 75%. I think it's 75%, but some people will correct me if I'm wrong there and tell me it's the 71. But anyways, that chunk of that is approximately $51 million. That's by the original design. Now, V1 does have a bug, so 99% of fees go to the buy and burn, whole bunch extra. So if you just average the difference between 68 and 51 million, all right, that's about $59.5 million of fees collected and used towards the buy and burn, which is absolutely insane. That works out to almost $74,500 a day average. Yeah, we've had some crap days where only $20,000 worth of buy and burn happens. We had some other days around almost $250,000. It's been one heck of a go for our automated Michael Saylor bot, our very own programmed drunken sailor that will buy the tops and buy the bottoms with all of this money. Every day, fees are collected. Every day, there's just a little bounty paid if you want to go ahead and participate in this program because it's not completely automated. You can go to pulsex.com or go to pulsechain.com and follow all the IPv4 links. But you can go ahead and hop right on the DEX and you can participate in the bounty program too. Usually I think people are running some bots, and usually the bounties only pay out like a couple of cents, maybe a whopping 10 or 20 cents. So it's not that exciting, but you can participate in the DeFi as well. It is there. It is an option. So absolutely amazing. This buy and bird just keeps going and going and going. Will not stop. Now, that average I come up with, like I went in and looked at the statistics a little bit, because there is about twice as much liquidity on the V1 that burns 99% as opposed to the V2 burning at roughly 75%. Now, when I look at the comparable volume for those two, it was roughly like the V2 was 90% of V1 approximately. I mean, I was just doing some quick glance math. I could be off there a little bit. So that's why I decided to just split it equal for the average, just to always explain my math so you know where I'm coming from and what I'm thinking, because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a crackpot crypto guy. So I just give you the best numbers I can run and hope that they're good enough to understand. So yeah, we have burned, wow, almost 1.5 trillion, 1,457,000,000,000 tokens, guys. Like, the supply was 21 trillion. We have actually cracked under 20 trillion, and no one's really talked about it. I think the official number is about 19.7 trillion tokens left. So, I mean, a whale position, yeah, a whale position used to be 210 billion tokens. Now it's only 197 billion tokens. Like, that's already dropped down. Like, people hold from the beginning that maybe not sold are going, awesome, I don't have a whale position, I'm not that rich. But watching that change has been absolutely amazing. So you watch this average go back and forth, you watch all the fighting, and it's led to this pretty interesting effect where I guess maybe I should go ahead and pull up the chart, because it looks like I've got full control of the screen here. So let me see if I can present. Share screen. And okay, just a moment here. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yes. Oh, look at that. I'm going to do my work myself. Sharing screen. So overall, you can see this is the 800 days, and we formed a Nike swoosh. And technically, Pulsechain, due to a couple whales and Bitcoin just going sideways, since about February, we've actually had our next bear market downturn. But if we go ahead and just do a couple things and have a look here, because this has only brought it to just under the baseline, almost, I have a feeling, creating a bear trap. Now, one of these, where is it? Date range, perfect. So if we look at the downturn here, and if we count this as the bottom of it, 119 days. So we take a look at this downturn here. And looking at 140 days. Now, with Bitcoin topping and everything, I'm not sure we're going to get this kind of rounding effect against the Pulsechain chart. This does jump us up to 220 days there. So we'll see what kind of rounding we get here, how long it takes for this to crack back, because it is quite, I don't think this is going to last very long, because we have a consistent, drunken, artificial bot buying the lows and tops with an average of almost $75,000 a day. You guys might not want to buy it. You whales might even want to exit and go, not exciting enough for me, but hey, I think that number is going to continue to grow and get bigger. So this is still exciting for me, and I'm looking at this as personally a buying opportunity. Again, not a financial advisor, crackpot crypto guy that people rumor is the son of John McAfee, but you can't prove it. I'm not. Anyways, I think that gives me a pretty much rundown of most of the cliff notes that I really wanted to go over about the exciting stats, everything that's got me amped up and excited about this. So I'm going to go ahead and get back over and cancel the screen sharing here. And then I don't know if Max has any questions. I'll take a look at the chat here and see if there's any questions.
Boom.
Hi there.
I think the biggest question so far Everyone's wondering, so did you confirm or not confirm you are the son of John McAfee?
I said I can neither confirm or not confirm. I don't know anything. I wasn't there. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. And if I was there, I was asleep.
There you go. That's a great story. I mean, everyone type in John McAfee, Richard Hart if you want to see a stream. Richard did with him too. Epic. Rest in peace, Mr. McAfee. Yeah. Anyways, great. Bullish. Are you feeling bullish out there, everyone? Are you feeling bullish? Bullish stats. I like it.
I am. I like those stats. I mean, they're not as exciting as I hoped for. They are not the Goldilocks zone I even used to predict. They're much closer to the not bullish 1% of Uniswap. But I mean, all in all, that was just the long road to get where we're going. And I'm still happy with where we're going. So yeah, I'm looking right now and wondering what I can sell because I want to buy some more Pulsex. It's a nice ratio against Pulse right now.
We need the meme of like, there's no second best. There's the second best. You have an extra kidney, you have an extra lung, you take that, you mortgage it, you buy more Pulsex.
Did you see Sami actually rehash that? He did that video for Pulsechain.
Oh no, I didn't. I haven't seen.
Yeah, he replaced Bitcoin all the way through it with Pulsechain. He already did that. I just came across it yesterday or today, and I laughed pretty hard.
Of course. Shout out to Somi. Of course, he's got the content going. Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Well, Top Gun, are you on tomorrow? You're on tomorrow.
Yeah, you got me on twice tomorrow. I think I'm back at the same time slot again, and then part of a panel tomorrow. It looks like.
Love it. Good to have you. PulseX conference. First one of its kind, only one of its kind that I know of as of now. Hopefully, many more conferences, many more people start spinning stuff up, doing events. I've got, I said before earlier today, I got Hex Week coming up next month as well, scheduled. Not really a conference, but just a bunch of streams put together, some quality Hex content. If you're interested, let me know. If you want to talk Hexy, you want to get Hexy, I know you get Pulsexy. You want to get Hexy? Let me know too. I'll start coordinate some of that stuff in a little bit too. But Top Gun, appreciate you, man. Great stuff as always, and we'll catch you in a bit. Yeah. Gotta pump it up. Gotta pump it up. Everyone, are you ready for the next panel? I'm excited for this one. As I called debate season a couple months ago or so, and I kind of just made it up. I'm like, it's debate season, and then you guys want to debate, and then a bunch of debates come up, and I did them. Still 6-0. I think I maintain 6-0. I think 6-0, 7-0, something like that. You can say the last one with where we're doing Pulse versus PulseX versus Hex versus Inc. That whatever. I think I made a good case for Pulse. I know nobody's going to be like Pulse is the most bullish one, but I think I made a good case for it. So educational, entertainment, not a cage match. Just run everyone, not a cage match. But I think we'll hopefully drive some good information from having conversations about these different. Controversial on a spectrum of some sort topics across the ecosystem. So welcome back to the show. We got Tim for the first time being welcome, sir. And then we got Vibra Finance. Welcome for the first time, I think, as well. Welcome, Vibra Finance.
How are you?
Good. We got the one and only Cairo. How's it going, man?
It's going all right. How's it going, guys?
Going good. And we got you guys say the name again. Fabrocas?
Yeah, Brocas or Fab. It's okay. Can't tell me Fab. Or Pedro.
Can we do or Pedro? Okay. Well, Pedro's okay. Let's do Pedro. Where's Fast Abdul? Oh, and Fast Abdul. There we go. I just said, where is he at? And he appears. Here he goes. Gentlemen, do you have your UFC belts on?
Let's fucking go.
I like it. Let's go. So let me pull this up real quick. So I had an idea for the format. We're going to try to go something around it, I believe. But I asked everyone, and I had at least a couple responses for what are some positions that people want to take for the debate panel. And these are the 6 positions that, as far as I know, that I got back from polling everyone who signed up for the panel. So here's the different positions. We can do. I kind of want to get a feel for you all too, like. We could maybe we pick 1 or 2. We could do 3 if you want to, but we got 30 minutes. So we could pick a couple, do 15 minutes each. We could pick 3, do 10 minutes. We could pick 1 and do the entire thing on what is everyone feeling compelled to take a position on and then we can kind of sort it from there. Whoever wants to say like, hey, I want to take position on this.
Those top 3 ones there are ones I could argue all day about.
Yeah, those are the
Makes
ones.
sense.
Those are the ones I like too.
Okay. So just to be clear too, for the ones that we want to reposition, and to have the two. So somebody's got to take one side and somebody's got to take the other side. So if there's, we can have, I think, for example, Cairo, I think these are the first 3 are the ones that you would take the side for. And then if anyone wanted to take the opposing side, for example, that would be one debate.
Yeah, like the way that they're written is exactly what I'm thinking. Like I agree exactly with how they're written.
All right. So does anyone, maybe let's start with that. Does anyone want to take an opposing position on any of the top 3, 1, 2, or 3?
I could oppose number 2.
Boom. First of opposition.
I will take the opposing position on number 3.
I could take the opposing position on number 1 then.
Okay.
Got my work cut out here for me. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm running the gauntlet tonight.
This is a 5-on-1 Cairo so far.
I mean, I think a few of us probably agree on a few of the topics, at least one side or the other. Yeah. So I think it'd be perfectly fine if a couple people chose both sides as well.
Okay. Well, let's do this. We got the first one. It's Cairo, at least versus Fast. Other people can chime in on either side as well. But we'll say that's the primary conversation. So we got at least one. You guys want to pick one more?
Two, Richard, Max. I think Fast had 2. I had 1.
No, I meant just to have like one topic as like one, and then we can, and then we can do like another one. Like, okay, we'll do, for example, the marketing is a waste of time and effort. Cairo can take the pro.
I like that Hex E-Hex.
And then we got Hex versus E-Hex. Does anyone? Okay, which side would you take on that, Vibra?
I would take the E-Hex side, honestly, because there's a lot of people funding it right now. So I want to make some bullish cases for why E-Hex is a sleeping giant.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody else.
Okay.
Because I got my work cut out for me already.
Yeah, we might want to. Yeah, I hate to do like Cairo versus several. Although that could be a show sometime. That could be fun too. So let's do this.
Because most people are on board with P-Hex right now. So
yeah, So who wants to take the PX one? Who wants to take the posing on that one? It can be more than one person too. It's just kind of like, does anyone want to take it, for example?
I could if nobody else is going to.
I also have no problem taking it, so whatever you want to give me.
Okay, we'll do that. I'm trying to spread it out a little bit too. We're like planning this on the fly, so I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Okay, so we'll do Cairo as the primary people. Cairo and Fast doing number 2, Marquez waste of effort. Cairo taking the 4, Fast taking the against, and then E-Hex number 5, Hex versus E-Hex. Vibra taking the E-Hex side, and Bean taking the PX side. And then whoever else wants to join another side, like, we're talking about it, jump in with a point for either side, feel free. How's that, Pedro, Tim?
Yeah.
You feel like you can kind of jump in on either of those topics?
Sure.
Does that work?
Yeah,
all right. We did it live. Okay, awesome. All right. Maybe let's start off with the Hexford, because I feel like the second part is going to take a little bit of time. We'll start off with the Hex versus E-Hex. We'll get a little bit into that. We'll see how much time we have. Again, I don't want to take much more time discussing logistics. Let's start off with E-Hex versus P-Hex. Vibra, what's your opening statement? Why E-Hex? Why E-Hex?
So first, E-Hex was Richard's baby, right? It was the first project he launched, and it's always going to be his first. And last summer, Richard put out that tweet just stating that people seem to have chosen Hex on Pulsechain, and I don't know why. A lot of people just decided that means Richard just killed E-Hex. He hated it, and it dipped hard, and a lot of people got worried. And the day that happened, I told everybody, swap your Hex for E-Hex. The ratio sank down to like 9-1. I said, don't worry about it. This is a FUD event. And sure enough, from there on out, E-Hex has moved up now to about 3-1. against Hex. And I think just Richard, when he comes back, I don't see him being able to go and sit down in an interview and be able to talk about Pulsechain when the first question someone asks or says is, hey, man, your first project Hex is down 99%. It sucks. Why? How's anyone going to, take you serious with your second one if your first one's down in the dumps? So I think he has to have eHex succeed for just publicity and for, the success of Pulsechain.
All right. PX side, who wants to beam?
I could take that point. Sure. So I would ask you, not ask the audience out there, why would Richard Hart create Pulsechain if Hex wasn't meant to be better on Pulsechain? The only reason that Pulsechain was even created was because he didn't have control over Ethereum. Ethereum's making decisions that weren't good for eHex, that weren't good for the coins that the coin that Richard Hart first created, like you said. And so what does he have to do? He has to find a way to be able to build something that he knows is going to work forever into the future without anyone else having the ability to change that. And so that's why Pulsechain came around. And I'm super bullish on Pulsechain. I'm super bullish on Hex on Pulsechain. And, what was the reasons that eHex was having issues? Well, one, the end stake, which is one of eHex's best features, right? Costs far too much, especially when ETH GUI is up really high to end a stake. And so you look at that compared to Hex on Pulsechain, much better as far as ending stakes, and you're built in a completely integrated Richard Hart ecosystem. So he and his developers have the ability to control it in a much better way, where, again, Ethereum can make changes that could affect the coin and affect the end stake functionability even worse in the future. So I'm very much bullish on Hex. I'm not saying I don't like eHex. It's not what I'm saying, but for this case, I would definitely say Hex on Pulsechain is what Richard Hart created for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. All of that. I should have maybe phrased that. I think there might be a little bit more upside on eHex this cycle, so that's why I kind of like it more, because of all the fudding and how down it got versus Hex. People calling it dead, and when that happens, typically there's an opportunity there, kind of like with PDI when it just died after all the Maria FUD and the Vietnamese guy FUD. What do you know? We're up 15x from that event. So when you see these events happen, a lot of people took the side that, oh wow, eHex is dead now. And when the crowd is thinking something, usually the opposite is true, and there's more opportunity on that side. So yeah, I agree with you that Pulsechain was created so we weren't getting destroyed on gas fees. The S-load function, they increased that screwed us over 100%. But I just think, there could be a little bit more upside. And, if you did catch that ratio last summer at about 9-to-1, you've made about 66% of your Hex back on the other side. So it's been it's a very good opportunity if you know how to play the ratio trades. And this is, it's cryptocurrency, and where there's FUD and doom and gloom, there's always opportunity, which is why I love the space.
Yeah, and I think even now ratio trades are very can be very profitable within the Hex eHex. They've been pretty much trading within a channel for a while now, but you just said that it went from like 9-to-1 to 3-to-1. So do you think now, if you were to put money into either Hex or eHex, which is going to perform better from today, not better from the bottom?
I think eHex is going to perform a little better because there's a little bit less liquidity. We still have room to grow against it. And I don't know. There's just something about the less liquidity. It can pump harder.
It can pump harder. I mean, sure, less liquidity, but we could see liquidity taken away from the Hex ecosystem as well before things pump. The other thing that I'd say is, we've seen the SAC address purchase 3 coins so far. Hex on Pulsechain, Inc., and PulseX is not purchased eHex. So if we think that more money is going to be pumped into coins, the only historical facts that we have right now is EHEX has not been, no money has been put into EHEX. And so that makes me think if Richard Hart isn't potentially as focused on that, because why would he be, right? He's focused on the ecosystem that he's created, Pulsechain, which again perfects or makes Hex even better. Then I really do think it's going to have a better time in the sun this cycle. And I don't think that EHEX will do bad. I just think that Hex is definitely the better play from here on out, in my opinion.
Yeah, it'd be crazy to see the SAC address buying EHEX. However, if the liquidity bonding's there, that could, Richard even said it could get a free write-up type of deal. So I'm not sure if it neutralizes it, but it's kind of there is something else there with it too, I'll say.
And the other thing too is with Maria, all love him, hate him, regardless. I believe he's now top 5 holder of EHEX. So if he's this bad actor that is here to extract money from the chain, then EHEX is completely screwed because he is such a big holder. And I don't think he is a malicious actor. I think we're all being played, and he's going to be actually a good actor. So all the EHEX in his hands is going to be a good thing for the ecosystem.
And if you think about it, because you said something that I wanna continue the thought, which is the people that hold the coins, right? Because at the end of the day, it's the behavior of the people who hold the coins that decides the price action, right? So, and on that regard, if you think about it, Hex is kind of like the face of the Richard Hart ecosystem on Ethereum, right? And there's a lot of buying power in Ethereum that won't come to Pulsechain, right? Whether we like it or not, right? Because there's people like us, right? They like one chain and they want to stick to that chain, right? So Ethereans, there's a lot of rich Ethereans. I would say it's probably the network with the most rich people, right? So it does have a good opportunity there, I think. And I do think that it will spill over into, PHEX, right? But I do agree with Vibra that, at the end of the day, it's a matter of liquidity and buyers, right? And sellers, obviously. But when the market is pumping, like, we don't really need to worry about sellers that much. So, yeah, I do think that EHEX, because of that, will pump harder, I guess.
DJ, Tim, last words on this before we move on to the marketing?
No, let's move on.
Just one comment that I think might be relevant. Which one does the guy with the 100,000 ETH like better? I think that
he is holding ETH fast.
He's holding ETH, exactly, literally.
Exactly. He walked into that one.
Curious about his opinion, though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Based on his actions and words thus far, it seems like the Hex built on his ecosystem and for his ecosystem has been more of a focus for him. Absolutely.
Great conversation, Dennis. This will be till the end of time. We'll be talking about EHEX versus PX. Why not? Let's do it. It gets the people going. Let's do it. Yes. However, moving on, we got room for one other topic here. Marketing is a waste of money and effort. That was proposed by Mr. Cairo, and I think Fast had the first opposing view of it. But Cairo, you want to make your position?
Well, I've ranted about this on my streams ad nauseum here, so I'm curious to see what the pro argument is. So I want to yield more time over to Mr. Abdul.
Okay.
All right.
Well, my position is that Pulsechain has everything it needs to dominate, has blazing speed, cheap transactions, and the community basically never shuts up, but only to itself. We're stuck in an echo chamber, high-fiving each other while the rest of crypto doesn't know we exist. We can't build the momentum we need if all you're doing is retweeting each other to each other. Attention is the oxygen of adoption on blockchain. And right now we're suffocating in silence. So if we want devs, users, and capitals to show up, we need to break out, speak up, and market like we mean it. Otherwise, we'll just keep being right, but irrelevant.
Can I say something? First, just a question. But sure. Don't you think that the adoption, the lack of the lack of adoption that we have is because of the price? Isn't it super simple like that?
That's certainly part of it, right? But like if I were to speak to somebody on the street, like chances of them knowing what Hex Pulsechain even was would be like tiny, right? Whereas like we could look at something like Ethereum, Bitcoin, like those are obviously the big ones, but like without the actual exposure to people, especially people who are already in the industry, but also the new money, which is going to be the big money because most money is not in blockchain. I just don't think we're going to get the adoption we need.
My question was more like, like imagine you're a new buyer, not you, but you show Pulsechain to a new buyer, right? They talk about the ecosystem, etc. When you show them the chart, what will they do? Will they buy the chart, or will they just be like, "Oh shit, I'm not going to buy this shit," right? Because it's
Well,
down only, right?
that's just showing the chart, right? So, but like if you don't tell the story of the chart, if you don't give them the reason that they should participate, that's what marketing's for, right? It has to give you the feature, but also the benefits of the feature. And like the chart right now, like I could say the feature was the price is really low. The benefit is that you're likely to be able to absorb that price appreciation when like all these other things happen, right? So like. But like without that story, if you just show them the chart without the marketing, you're not going to get adoption.
Let me ask Mr. Abdul one more question here, and then I'll present my side of the argument. Fast, what kind of marketing do you think is going to do the trick and have the result that we want? And also, like, what results do you think we'll get from this marketing tactic?
Well, as far as marketing goes, like most good marketing plans have multiple points of contact, right? So when we're talking about like postcards 2.0, or what I believe it's going to be that Richard's been talking about, I think that's only step one of a good marketing plan. So I think he's targeting boomers, like, people over 50, which are crypto boomers anyway, who are the people who still have the money. And I think that's part of it, but it has to be combined with other efforts, online efforts, deck screener efforts, like all the regular things, right? We have our social platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, whatever, in combination with live in person. You've received a package in the mail, and it talks to you and maybe has a screen. Maybe it says, "Hello, Richard Hart here." And, I think the combination of several efforts together could result in the ultimate never before seen marketing plan.
Okay. Can I add something to that as well? I think we want to do the hard marketing. We want to target people who are not yet in crypto. I remember when in around the Trump election, the Trump coin and the Melania coin launched. All that needed was a bit of twittering, retweeting, and a celebrity involved, of course. And everybody that was already in crypto jumped over to Solana and bought that coin up. Like, that's in a way easy to do and doesn't need any marketing, and that's probably what can be classed here as a waste of money. But I think we don't want to do the same thing. We want to be different from other crypto communities as well. So I think we should go after people who are not yet in crypto and teach them and show them about the benefits of this trustless DeFi that we have mastered over here. And
that's
as
where the big
Abdul
money
said,
is
nobody knows that yet.
All right, let me make the counter argument. Max, am I able to share my screen?
Boom, whenever you want to.
All right, so here's what I want to do here. I'm going to show a couple of things here to make my side of the argument. So over at reinventideal.com, my business, I deal with troubled young men. And a big thing that's troubling them is they feel completely left out of the dating markets, because when we look at dating apps, basically what we have is dating apps that don't offer any dates. Check this out here. This is the price chart for Match Group. Why did it go from 182 all the way down to 32? It's because it's not delivering what it's meant to deliver. This is supposed to be providing guys with a service here to meet women, and it's not doing that. Like, several messages they send out get left on scene or go unreturned. If we are going to be doing a mass marketing campaign for a coin that is supposed to be providing financial freedom, but all they see is an ecosystem where there's lots of infighting, people are cheating out after every 10% pump, we're down a great deal here, they're going to be like, no, this thing is not going to do what they say it's going to do. Now, I would argue against them saying, well, no, wait a minute. It has done this. It's done a 10,000x in the past. And right now you have the opportunity to buy it at a very low price. And if you saw what I presented earlier today here, it's capable of a lot more and it's going to do a lot more. That requires a great ingestion of financial and investment literacy that I can't fit into a marketing message here. But another problem that we face, marketing right now is a terrible idea, because if you saw my stream on this chart right here, the United States is in a recession. 39 out of the 50 states are all reporting negative GDP for Q1. The Q2 numbers won't come out for another 3 months, but I'm suspecting that it's similar to this here. And when you talk to the average person, they're struggling right now with the past wave of inflation that we had. They ain't got the money to invest in safe bets, which is why we are seeing the 10-year Treasury at 4.43%. Even a great yield like that on a supposed guarantee investment, if it was able to attract money, well, then the yield would come down. So they're not even willing to do that. And you think that a country that's in recession is going to also take a gamble on something that just has a history of providing financial freedom for a small select few one time, and is supposed to do it again. That's just a big ask that we're making of people, especially right now with this chart here, the dollar index being at 98.10. See, when we have bull runs, this dollar index is closer to 90. And when we get a Fed chair that's going to stop cock blocking the bull run and is actually going to buy some treasuries and push down that treasury yield, then yeah, we're going to get that bull run. That was the subject of my talk earlier. But until then, we're really just advertising people to like come to this resort that just got wrecked by a hurricane. We're in the middle of repairing it here. And yeah, you'll get a discount on your stay, but are you really going to enjoy your stay? I think that's too much of an ask to make. And the better thing to do here is, like, instead of spending money on a piece of marketing material, hoping that the right person sees it and hoping that they take the right action, why don't you just do the right action yourself and instead spend that money on buying the coins, because your purchase order is guaranteed to push the price up.
Interesting points. I think the green candles could definitely be an effective part of marketing plan, especially if they're timed with, like 10 million mailers going out. If when the people open those mailers, they click the link, whatever it is, they see some green candles. That could be effective marketing. As far as the, the recession thing, like valid points there to be sure. But I think Pulsechain can tie into some things that will possibly be somewhat recession resistant. The two things that come to mind that do well in recessions are like do-it-yourself stuff, right? Like, build your own deck, that sort of thing, and education. And I think Pulsechain, as far as DeFi goes, that definitely fits into the do-it-yourself category. And as far as education, we're really all about that as a community. Like, like we had like 2 hours today where we were talking about longevity and stuff like that. Like, it's not just about Pulsechain. It's about a combination of community and self-improvement, as well as like self-custody of your funds, not your keys, not your crypto. And Pulsechain carries all those ethos with it.
Real quick on Kyra's point, I think trying to get to a piece of what you're saying too. Do you think that once the macros and all that stuff line up, that the marketing will work? It's just not the right time for marketing? Is that
the big point I want to make is that it's a bad idea right now, because even if we were able to get new money to come into our ecosystem, there are such massive macroeconomic forces that are pushing prices down and keeping them suppressed. Now, let's suppose that we're in good macroeconomic conditions. I don't know that marketing like mailers or whatever is going to be the catalyst to get green candles, because like once the negative macroeconomic forces turn positive, we're going to get green candles anyway. And those green candles produce more green candles because they are the best form of marketing. People want confirmation bias. They want to buy tops. They want to buy things that they see it going up. And also, like right now, we have a great piece of marketing material. We got the best movie that was ever made for the cryptocurrency space. And you can actually see it for free right now on YouTube. I mean, I'm sure that the creators don't want you to, but somehow somebody put it up there. And I share that with everybody that has got questions about cryptocurrency, especially when they see some of these altcoins post new tops. I'm like, here, watch this. This is a crash course to help you understand it. But still, that's not sparking things up here, because those macro forces are keeping us down.
Yeah. I just want to say
see
too,
how,
with all these people too that are going to get these mailers, if they don't know what Pulsechain is, they do. Some of them look into it and say, "Oh man, this thing is down forever. This thing sucks." As long as that mailer it gets people's attention and they remember Pulsechain, as long as we start pumping hard, all those people that just remembered Pulsechain, it's going to come back to them and they'll say, "Oh, wait a minute, isn't that the thing that I got?" And it'll just spark people getting interested again. So at least if a lot of people can see Pulsechain, it sticks in their brain. We start pumping like crazy. A good majority of them have to start looking at it again or something. So I think, it'll be a good thing.
If you also wait
marketing
too
takes
long,
4 to
market-
7 times, like 4 to 7 visual impressions or auditory impressions for it to stick in somebody's head and for them to be more likely to interact with the product.
And if you wait for better,
Is that with the video message though, or is that with regular just mailers? Because you had a 40-second video message that has something really good in there that is like, wow, that was really well done, and it's makes you want to watch it again. I think that could be maybe better.
If it's sticky and it sits on their coffee table for 3 months, like, that one thing could be, count as 7 times, right?
Last thing I'd argue about all this here, because repetition theory is true, but in addition to good marketing, getting the eyeballs, getting in front of eyeballs multiple times, getting that repetition going, we also need an easier way to buy the coins, because doing it the way that it's meant to be done right now requires multiple steps, and it does require a lot more intelligence. We take it all for granted because we do it every day, but the person who's never touched a hot wallet before or even knows what one is, it's a great big ask that we're asking them to do when they've never done anything like this before. So I do think that in addition to marketing, if we're going to do that, probably what we should prioritize first is get an easier way to buy the coins, like a major exchange listing or something that just reduces the number of clicks.
Yeah, we need
Agreed.
one.
Yeah, a good one, like one of the top 5. That would change the game dramatically.
Exactly.
Did
Top
any
5
of this
seconds.
finance stuff is true? Oh,
Top
I'm
5
going to make a
seconds will
prediction.
difference.
I think when we have the price is 10x, we're going to have 10x more people knocking on the door. Doesn't matter how hard it is. Doesn't matter if they have to do 20 fucking steps to get here. Doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the price going up. People will find a way to come here. That's it. It's as simple as that.
Not only that, but we're getting more and more interest in protocols that are truly decentralized. Like PulseX, you can run on your own computer. You can run it on your own laptop. You can run it on your own device. You don't have to go through a secondary party. So that provides sort of security that you don't get on a lot of chains. And
Is that good marketing though? It's cool, but is it marketing? I find that.
You have to market that. The other thing that maybe we don't have yet, but we do have a mixer, but we need some more privacy opportunities for privacy exchange, right? Be able to make transactions a little bit more zero-proof knowledge privacy things, right? We see this happening in other chains. I think it's something that we're missing a little bit here, but we at least have already the decentralized nature, and that is something that I think is important to market.
Jets, I think we've warmed the people up. They want to see more debates. Debate season. We're going to keep debating.
Education,
edutainment. Yeah, that's in the private chat too. If you guys feel compelled to want to elaborate more in longer form with these debates, be happy to host some more non-cage matches, which is pretty good conversation, pretty fun.
Debate conference.
What is it?
I said you can have a whole
great conference. Oh, debate con. Interesting. Don't tempt me on that. Don't tempt me. If I'm not much into this in the centralized exchanges, but we get a top 5 secs coming. If we get the big B, the Binance, or we get anybody that has any volume in the interaction ecosystem, or RH buys one, that's explosions keep coming to mind on that. But gents, great conversations again. Maybe we'll do it again sometime. Super fun. Good to have you all. Tim, Theme, Pedro, Cairo, Viber Finance, Fast Abdul, DJ Cryptomatic. Excellent work, gents. Excellent work. Appreciate you.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks for having us, Max.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Click. Oh, it's just you.
I'm still here.
You're still here? Are you
I
on the
can
next
stay on
thing?
too. I'm on the next panel.
Are you on the next panel? DJ Cryptomatic.
In closing, while the others are gone now, I think the marketing needs a whole bouquet. It's like all these things that everybody said on the debate, and it's a mix of all these initiatives that is probably what is needed.
I think the biggest thing. I mean, I think Cairo. That's why I was asking Cairo's point. I was like, it doesn't at face value, marketing not making sense doesn't make a lot of sense because you market any product to get people in it. But I think what he was saying, that's why I asked him about it. I think what he's saying is right now, when the market is not primed enough to soak up the demand and like get people interested in all that stuff, then it'll be more effective. Then it's not that marketing doesn't matter. It's just that right now it may not be as effective. So I think that's what I got from it. It's a good point. It's a very meta, like a very deep point too. So awesome. All right, let me pick one of these. We'll get into the what the hex panel. Get these people in. Peter's in the green room. I said hi to Peter. Papa Boner's there. He's over there. He's doing some hand gestures that may be inappropriate. I'm not sure. I saw Toby one as well. What are we doing? We're doing 10,000x.
Hex is not complete.
Project not complete.
Do not the same thing. Promise returns and go build something. How much X is Bitcoin up now? 1,000x over a penny. Who's designed to replace fiat currency? Back to the 10,000x. Smart fucker I am. Everyone else cries and whines like a little bitch. 1,000x over a penny. Who's designed to replace fiat currency? Back to the 10,000x. Smart fucker I am. Well, then it was fucking designed. 10,000x, it's impossible. How can he do that? Listen, you stupid fucks. Everything else is up higher. Bitcoin to 2 million x. $1,500 fucking dollars.
That's my favorite song.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Was my favorite.
So good. What the hex?
What
the hex?
What the hex?
You guys again? Stop talking about the hex token.
No.
What?
We cannot stop talking about the lame token, okay?
We can sample that again.
That's stupid hex. Did the stupid 2,000x. Stupid 10,000x.
Yeah, stupid
So
yield. Even the bank.
Well, we have yield. I'm not sure we have the yield anymore, but yes. Peter,
we have another successful conference, RH Max. Congratulations. There's 26,000 people watching right now. Unbelievable.
26,000x.
What?
That's cute. That's a few. We did about 10x since Richard posted it, or 5x.
Where is ourselves
Exactly.
in front of 26,000 people?
Well,
you've got everyone watching. So you're gonna do great.
Yeah.
Jury ain't over on the conference, though. It could suck, but so far it's been pretty good. So don't suck it up. All right, don't suck it up.
Is this live?
I believe in you.
Try not to.
Oh yeah, we're live right
This
now.
is a
We're
green
live.
room, Toby. We can talk shit here.
Tell us your secrets, Toby.
When
hey,
limit
Richard,
orders.
Give me my T-shares back, bro. It's like all that staking wrecked me. Now I got to go buy a dolphin hat. Who wants a dolphin?
Hey, settle down. No, it's okay. All right. No, this is where you air your grievances, right? All right. I'll let you guys do your show. Do a mini version of your show during the conference. Boom. What the hex panel, gents? Take it over.
We have 2 hours, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Exactly 24 minutes from now,
Well,
Peter.
if you're
So very,
doing TA
very
with
close. Thank you
Toby,
for that.
then.
In the
Oh
rear
God,
with the gear.
we're gonna do 30-second TA with Toby. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Up
would
and
be
to the right,
great.
baby.
Yes.
Up and to the right.
See you guys soon.
won.
Yeah,
You
just
did it.
to tip. I'm actually. You turned like a weatherman. You're like, you know what? I'm predicting a 10,000x. You know that it's gonna 10,000x today. I like that.
I'm about as accurate as the weatherman, so.
Well, it's okay. All right. See you guys soon.
See ya. So, DJ, I got a problem with you, mister. You never sent me the background, bro. I look like that guy. I'm that guy that looks like I'm breaking rules, but I never got the background. So
It's in our group chat, brother.
No, it's not. I hit you in the chat. I'm like, where is it? Where is that?
Well, you don't have a green room anyway there. So come on.
Okay, I was a little rushed. Hey, if we got 26,000 people out there, I saw that there was a little religious component earlier in the show. So, you know, for Christians, Hindus, Jews, Muslims, whoever, it's like, I believe in the power of prayer. I was a little delayed because my dad at 87 has got a raging UTI, which is a very bad thing for any age, but elderly, it's a really serious situation. So I ran back home to do this really quickly, and then I'm going
But he's using Pulsechain, isn't he? Because we're getting the call back to the actual theme of the conference.
Yeah, look
and
at all
Dad's
that.
using Pulsechain, even though he's in the ER.
Prayers for my dad would be greatly appreciated. He is a hexagon and a pulsechain and all the things.
and he always asks me how our Bitcoin's doing. But prayers for dad would be appreciated.
Bitcoin's doing fine.
Bitcoin.com.
All right. So prayers for Toby's dad's urethra. I really hope that happens. Good for him. And the flow is a big bull run for your dad pretty soon.
And not like pissing barbed wire would be.
That's right. That's not fun.
Yes. Not at all.
Is he swearing? Is he swearing at the charts while he's trying to make a pee-pee?
Man, he's saying he's fine, but you can tell he's not fine. So
right.
But yeah,
kind of like us now in the market, right?
Fine, I'm fine. It's like that.
Fine.
Yeah, we are buying more. We are buying more coins.
Right.
Taking out another mortgage. I'm going to do this.
Hey, we're on the cusp of a breakout. I can sense it. So much community engagement, and
I can't
get lower anyways.
It's coming.
So it's going to turn around. It's going to be glorious, you guys. And Bitcoin is leading the chart right now. All-time high since yesterday. Unbelievable.
And
so
based on the stock flow, it looks like we're just edging into the green, perfectly on time.
Yes.
Looks like it's good this time. This time it's not different. It's just more excruciating based on our expectations, which you should have none of, by the way, in our ecosystem.
Yeah, we are not working for you, by the way.
That's right.
I'm sorry to tell you.
Dude, I can't even afford a what the heck shirt. So
Yep. It's 26 euros.
We've released them though. Anyone can afford a what the heck shirt with a 20% off coupon from DJ Cryptomatic.
Yes.
Is it
On
DJ
Thursday,
Crypto 20?
DJ is going to hand out coupons.
I mean, come on, we never shill anything. We can shill it.
Yeah, we never shill anything. We
Shill
can
the
shill our t-shirts.
And your shirt, the shirts to buy are so much better than these crappers.
Yeah, it's a terrible print. It's the Pulsechain store.
To wash it, by the way.
It's the Pulsechain store, so you can buy our shirt there or any other Hex and Pulsex shirt. But you can also buy the What the Hex shirt. And at the same time, you're doing a good deed because you're supporting their marketing initiative, which is, again, marketing because it's like a non-profit. They're using all the funds they take to send out free Hex and Pulsechain and PulseX t-shirts all around the world to all kinds of people. Kind of like the Hex postcards, and they're doing that with t-shirts. So... that's a good thing. And they will also be tomorrow, day 2 of the conference on the marketing panel because I gave them my spot.
Nice.
And so if you follow us,
pointing out this is the t-shirt conference, by the way.
It's the t-shirt conference. So if you follow us on YouTube, we are the weekly talk show, What the Hex, every Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern. And in the video description on our channel, you can find the links to the t-shirt.
And what was it again?
Let's get back to the marketing, right?
Pulsechainstore.com. Bitfinesse has posted the link here.
Pulsechainstore.com, and then I believe the discount code 20% on the What the Hex t-shirts is DJ Crypto 20.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Get a shirt.
Cool. So what the hex is going on other than t-shirts, guys?
Hardware wallets.
You guys hardware. So little security blurb because we always throw this into our show a little bit. We are on the cusp of some big things going on in the cryptosphere in terms of the charts, and we got Bitcoin roaring first, Ethereum maybe next, and then us perhaps with the altcoins and as a fork of Ethereum for the Pulsechain side. We know that we're on this launch pad. The time is now not to fuck this up royally. The thing that I'm getting in my inbox mostly in my DMs is I got wiped out. Is there any way to reverse this? I only went to I went to Google search and I tried to, in my haste and excitement, because I saw a little movement in the pants of the chart. I wanted to dump something quick, and I thought I was going on to a DEX, or I thought I was going on to a interface for a soft wallet that's that then connects up with Internet Money IO or some shit like that, and then I just clickety clacked my hardware wallet and I approved a transaction, and it was unfortunately a counterfeit site that had a really bad back end that just drained my entire wallet. And
But
for that,
Papa B,
yes,
Question.
yes.
Toby, go
Good.
first.
Peter, please.
Me,
Age,
please.
age before beauty, sir.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you. So I have a question. What if
Yes.
I let my secretary manage my seed phrase?
Then you would be Jim Rat, and you would be screwed. That's a great
And
one.
you're correct. You are winning a discount code for the What the Hex t-shirt, Papa.
5
B.
points.
Oh, I got a free T-shirt, and punchline, I'm already wearing it. So, yeah. But Toby, you had a question or a comment?
None at all. I was trying to block the sun. I think I made it worse somehow. Yeah, I know that you went to the Funding Gym School of Brevity, but if you had to give, and we only have like 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
If you had to give like just the best TLDR ever on why hardware wallets are important. Don't go into Shamir secret sharing. Don't get all that other stuff.
But hold on.
Our content to
Wait. Let's get the answer to the comment that I did make, and that is something that hardware wallets don't protect from, and that is you providing the allowance or the approval to let the bad guys take everything that you have. And it starts with the host of this conference has a beautiful website. DJ somebody can actually put it in the chat, or RH Max himself can put it in the chat. And not only does that provide you a let's say a trustless way of connecting with the correct sites that you want to interact with in our ecosystem, but also you don't have to trust it at all because it provides an option to actually check the hash for all those sites as well. And that's something that Google will not do. And it's so easy for me or anybody else who has, bad intentions, let's say, puts up a fictitious site that redirects you to a bad front end that's been propped up for a back end that only is there to drain your goodies. In terms of hardware wallets in 10 seconds or less, hardware wallets are dedicated devices from good manufacturers only. I always say that Trezor, Ledger, on the off chance that you have the lower end SKUs, are really good. Just Trezor, as far as I'm concerned, I agree with you, Peter. They provide random number generation offline on an actual chip that's fit for one purpose only, and that is giving you a unique, randomly chosen seed. Go for 24. They all support, all the SKUs on Trezor support passphrases, which order of magnitude more secure if you use a passphrase. So please do that. And if you don't believe us by now, then keep on doing what you're doing and take your chances. But I'm telling you now, if you want to stay in this community and you want to interact directly with Pulse X to actually do all your swaps, this and that in our ecosystem, interact with it through the official website and using a hardware wallet. A Trezor would be great. Thank you.
And also,
Toby.
if you have questions or are unsure about something, you can always reach out. Like, we're pretty much available on the X, on Telegram, on YouTube, in our chats. Like, you can really reach out. And if you're not sure about something or how to start your migration between two different hardware wallets and stuff, like, we're here to help you guys.
Well, and something to consider too at these low prices. And this is something where it's like, at times I was like, Papa, dude, you're going so hard on this stuff. Like, I get it, but it's like at the same time, you can't save everyone. And then the light bulb came on for me when he explained. He goes, hey, idiot, because he loves me and talks to me like that. He goes, hey, idiot. He goes, it's not just protecting those people. Then they inadvertently become dumpers because whoever hacked them isn't going to stake, isn't going to farm, isn't going to do, they're going to immediately try to convert that stuff to cash. And we saw it with Hex 19 when he got hacked. It's like most of his stuff was nuked. So he was ruined and it was a dump. We got enough problem with Dumpy with a whale recently that people were so scared of, which will be gone before you know it. And, but that's what happens, right? So you might not think, you got to realize we're all talking about 10,000X, whatever. But somehow it's not clicking in people's brains like, oh, it's only $500. I'll do it on my phone. Or, oh, well, yeah, I'll get a hardware wallet. But it's like, I'm not going to, do the passphrase, or I'm not going to do the 24 words. That's a lot. That's a lot right now. No, do the extra steps, because that $500 could be 5 million. 10,000X, math, right, is like, what, $5 million? 10,000X of 500? I don't know. I don't have a calculator, and I'm a little brain dead today.
That would be, yeah.
It's a lot. Like 1,000X is 500K. Right? So 5 million. Think about that. It's only $500. I'll take the chance.
But you have to dump the top.
Boy, am I ready this time.
Yeah.
Just tell me when the top is, Peter.
Or just set a limit order for the price.
Limit order.
On
If
full
Richard's
sex?
watching,
Yeah, of course.
if Richard's watching, please, for all things holy, limit orders. That's the only thing I want from you, bro. It's like, I know you don't work for us, but if you could suggest to somebody that's behind the scenes.
Toby, we don't need
Limit
any
orders.
technical
We're
stuff.
old. I don't, and I
All
don't.
about marketing, man.
No. Hey, wait. Because I know there's people talking about V3 and whatever. It's like, to me, I'm a Richard Hart purist. Counterparty risk. It's not a Richard. Those aren't Richard Hart sites. I'm not saying anything disparaging about 9-inch or 9mm or wherever these V3 things are. I'm just saying it's counterparty risk, bros. It just is. If it was on Pulse X, I know I, in my Generation X brain, would feel 1,000 times more comfortable using V3 single-sided staking or whatever, or limit orders there. And as we know, limit orders help curb volatility because, you're not going to get the giant dips if people have a bunch of limits waiting there. Guys like me that want to buy the dip, but I'm not quick enough on this shit. Give me a limit order to set, and I'll snap it up.
Yep. And by the way, RH Max's website is gorealdefi.com.
A wealth of information. Great website.
Yes.
Great website.
Please go there. All right. So next on.
I did my 5 minutes. I'm done.
Yeah. Funding Jim. Brevity. That was funny. Coming from the Toby.
I was 3 minutes, bro. I was 3 minutes so far.
All right.
We're good.
All right. Oh, DJ, you're a chatterbox, especially on the last panel. What have you got to say for yourself?
Well, marketing. It's all about marketing.
What do you think of the idea that you have to? I mean, I don't think that you can.
Somebody clip that. I don't think.
So anyway, you don't have any say on market conditions all the time, and you do have to pull a trigger at some point. Is my philosophy. What do you think? Because that length of time where this marketing idea is going to be in people's hands, and then it's going to kind of gestate, or it's going to age, and it's going to be sticky. It's going to sit on a counter. Green candles may or may not happen. If they do, then that may harken back to, let me dig that crap up in my change drawer where I put this little electronic gift and find out what's really on here, because I see it going crazy, and then that will spark, I think, a snowball effect that's delayed. So
let me can I interpret that? So
I just had my response ready, but
all right,
I'm
going to tell you the inside scoop. Here's what all these old guys, and I think I don't know if Peter was on the conversation or not. Here's what our speculation is, because speculating is fun. If all of these devices are going out, do you think that when those things get in 1 million people's hands, that things are going to be they're going to be more incentivized to FOMO and get in if the charts are kind of where they are now? Or do you think if they see some significant movement around the time they're getting these things, that then they're going to be like, holy shit, I got to get on the rocket ship, right? So we're speculating. I don't know. I'm not saying anything about expectations or the sack bags or any of that stuff. I'm just saying I have a feeling, and there's other people, there's bigger players out there that want this thing to go. So it's not just Richard ready to deploy.
Well, I cannot see them on the chart, Toby.
I'm telling you, there's people that are ready. I got people that are reluctant. They want to buy it when it's higher. I can't explain to them any harder than I have. They got, I got at least a half a dozen people right now, 6 figures plus, ready to pull the trigger. And I'm like, do it. It's like, now's the time, or at least start DCAing. And they are nervous. But as soon as they see those green candles, man, those are going to be some of the people that are like, okay, get me in, And I mean, I think if that dovetails with when this marketing effort happens.
You're not selling this to me, Toby. You're not.
You're the hardest sell of all. If I could get you, I could get in.
No, but Cairo made some good points in the last debate panel, and he said people need to stop selling. That's number one, right?
Yeah.
That's where we start. That's without question. And I've been saying this as the angry hamster for years. It's on camera, guys. No, but I think we should really think out the box here. And I believe Richard is thinking out the box. We don't want to do what Solana and XRP and what all these other guys are doing. We want to do our own thing. We run our own crypto cycle anyways. We're not pumping when Bitcoin pumps. Never has been the case. So we're doing our own situation. And I think it makes sense to mass mail and mass target people who are not yet in crypto, because the crypto bros, they only chase the green candle, especially at the moment with the meme coins and pump.fun and all this stuff. And they also cheat. And we want to build something here that is lasting and long lasting. So that's why I personally see more value in really targeting people on the outside, part of which I'm doing with my music shows too. There are people who get curious about Hex and our ecosystem, and then we bring them in through a music stream, totally non-crypto. It's non-crypto, no coiners. And it's little by little, but it all adds together. And I think what Richard is cooking right now with the containers full of stuff that he...
What's in the boxes, Richard?
What's in the boxes?
What's in the boxes?
I'm just saying I'm excited for what's happening, because also we had nothing happening in that direction in the last 2 years. So this is going to be a new thing that we also can talk about and can jump on board. So,
Well, and things like the Pulsechain store that we mentioned before, where you can get a What the Hex t-shirt with a 20% discount.
Yeah, that's
DJ
another
Crypto
thing.
20, go check it out. But yeah, I mean, things like that. It's like they're sending thousands of free shirts around the globe, and there's and the postcards guys. I mean, there's so many different efforts out there.
Postcards.
And there are plenty of people that you don't even know that have never shown their face, maybe don't even have a Twitter account. And they're talking to their friends and their family and, and explaining and spreading the good word, if we're going to get all religious about it. They're doing the preaching out there of DeFi. Because, I mean, that's what it's all about. It's like the whole premise of RH's thrust is cypherpunk, right? It's like you don't want to be part of the TradFi system anymore. You want to break free of that. But I think in a way, and we don't have time to go into it, but I think Bitcoin has kind of capitulated in that regard. There's too many big players in it now. That's not where DeFi is happening, right? I don't think that that's a shocker. Too many corporate interests are involved, and that's where the volatility is dampened and the upside is suppressed. Downside probably too. Good store value. I'm not saying I'm not fading Bitcoin. I got some Bitcoin. I'm not fading it at all. I'm happy with it. Keep doing it what it's doing. But if you want mad gain,
shame on you.
You gotta pick the right. You got to pick the right.
I love spaghetti code.
You got to pick the right project, and you've got to stick in there for the long haul.
Spaghetti code with some black rock sauce.
That's instead of the truffles.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be aware of the community too. It's like, look at the communities on some of these other coins. Why is Bitcoin the thing? Because the Bitcoin maxis held out all these years and held and promoted and preached it. Suffered prosecution over it. I mean, look at poor Roger Ver. Yes. God bless you. I hope that all goes away quickly for you, sir. That's how they got to number one, right? And it's like, and I'm not going to go all crazy here and saying we're going to be number one, but I think we're top 10 market cap easy when we get the market cap actually, reflected properly. And when those gates fall, I mean, I'm going to love to, I'm not a I told you so guy, but it's going to feel good to feel like I could say I told you so.
Oh, I am. And I told you so.
I'll let Papa do it.
And one focus should also be in reaching other continents more.
Yes.
Like it's always very USA and Europe focused. Like we're the Chinese Hexicans and the Indians.
Oh, they're there.
They're not speaking our language.
Yeah.
Antarctica.
Polygon.
Polygon.
Let's hit the penguins in Antarctica. Let's get Antarctica on the map.
We have 4 more minutes, RH. Get off the screen.
We were contractually obligated to speak for 30 minutes.
Peter
signed the paperwork.
I understand. Contractually. All right. I'll be back.
Wow. You talked down the host.
Right.
We ran him
ballsy
out.
bastard,
Damn,
Peter.
3 minutes
That's
max. What's
got
up?
to be the last time of a What the Hex panel.
Yeah,
on this
disrespectful
conference.
Peter.
Power, it's not given away. It has to be taken.
Yeah,
Okay.
spoken from a Slav.
If I can say one thing to to people out there watching, don't put too much weight in the crybabies on socials. Just don't, because it's like every other thing you can think about. The vocal minority makes you think there is more power in what they're saying than there actually is. It's kind of like around election time. If you went and talked to people on the street, they're not that polarized. We've got way more things in common than that divide us. And just those people either overinvested, never invested, or had unrealistic expectations of the timeline. and then they are not smart. So they're saying things that are factually inaccurate, and they get a lot of airtime, and some of them are actively pursuing more airtime because they want clout and they want followers. It's not about teaching you what's real and what's true. But there's guys, I would like to say, like us out there, fighting a good fight, trying to tell you about true DeFi, why Pulsechain is where you want to be, why Hex is still going to be, in my opinion, one of, if not the best stores of value in history. Focus, just focus, right? Just hit the block button. You're not going to offend anybody. You're a bunch of anons mostly anyhow. So just don't let that stuff get you down. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, and
Well
Richard
said.
Hart was right once. Richard Hart was right now, and Richard Hart will be right in the future. He's got the whole thing kind of wired tight. He's playing the game 24/7, whether he likes it or not. He's tied into his own ecosystem, and he wants to see it very successful for the glory. And if you're on that bandwagon, then stick around and lean on us for our infotainment that we chuck out every week to just keep a smile on your face, maybe, or at least commiserate in your fears and tears.
It's a bit special humor sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone. Yeah, I get it. We have tissues for the people that want to cry and be bad in our chat. But the point is that we're all here. It's gonna happen. No financial advice.
We're all here. We're all queer. So what? Papa.
No, we're
You
here.
froze
and
up.
It's queer. You're queer. You're here.
For Hex, baby.
All right, I think I've been properly demonetized. So let's keep going.
We did it, guys.
Just I don't do that.
When I drop an
don't do that
F-bomb,
yet.
I was really watching the F-bombs.
Buy our t-shirts. We don't make any money on them. Yay.
Yes. We got nothing to say to you.
I may have some more t-shirts and hats coming up. I keep giving away $1,000 worth of merchandise because of my stupid non-monetization policy. Stupid monetization policy. Sorry, I forgot to ask Peter. Is it okay to come back? You okay now? Is it?
Yes.
Is this good? Okay. Just want to make sure.
Right on time. I like it.
I like it. Okay, I'll try to be more prompt next time.
DJ, learn from him, please.
Yeah, sorry.
Gents, we got RG3 coming up. What the Hex panel? Love you guys' show. Appreciate you actually talking about the Hex token. Not many people do these days, so let's go. Let's get that. Let's get it. Why not?
All right.
Right. All right, gents. I'll see you later. See some of you tomorrow, and maybe some room for some panels. So you gents want to come tomorrow?
Yes.
Let me know.
I mean, DJ's on like 17 times. It's like
17. Hard working here.
If you submit to be a speaker and you cage matches, indeed. If you click the buttons, I'm like, all right, they would technically use first. So let's put them on.
And now TA with Toby.
Oh God.
Outro.
Thanks for having us.
We're gonna do TA
Thanks
with
for having us,
RG3. Don't
Max.
worry, coming up. Yeah. Thanks,
Max.
Yeah. Thanks, Papa. All right, last person of the day. It was going to be me doing the closing remarks, but now I got 20 minutes for RG3. But before we bring him up on stage, what are we going to do? Let's do Rockets Up. The one, the only, Captain RG3. How's it going, man?
Hey, bud. How's it going with you? I'm good.
It's going fantastic. I thought I'd be more tired, but actually, after streaming for 6 hours and 10 minutes, I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Not too bad. A few breaks here and there.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, that was kind of like our normal streams back in the day. We were doing, 4 to 6 hour streams, but the 24-hour stream, by the way, that was my stream. Hexo joined me on that stream.
That's all the comment, yeah.
But anyway,
another record. Glad you corrected the record on that one. Good.
We were 18, 20 hours into it. And it was just horrible. I mean, there was nothing worse than doing those 24-hour streams that we did. It was wicked.
I don't envy them. And when I hear it, I'm like, I don't think I want to do that. That sounds painful. I don't think I want to do it, but I appreciate the sacrifices that y'all made in those days as far as that goes as well. Cap, you want to talk about you want to do some Hex versus Bitcoin? You want to do that? I'll head out, let you talk about that. bang the drum a little bit, PulseX a little bit if you want, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'd love to get into that a little bit. I mean, I did travel the world last year on a marquee that said Hex is better than Bitcoin, and you know, there's reasons for it. We jumped into this thing, and right off the bat, that's what we said. It wasn't something that came about. It was you know, Richard teaching us what Hex was all about, and in doing so, showed us that it was better than Bitcoin. And you know, Bitcoin, you know, we all sit here and we go, oh, I don't want to take anything away from Bitcoin. I don't want to disparage it. That's because we don't want all the crypto bros to get pissed off at us. Bottom line is, we need to be smart about this. For a place that's full of such smart people, we sure do dumb shit. And I think this whole Bitcoin narrative is one of them. You know, Bitcoin was the first. It was the marketing tool of the whole industry, and it still is to this day. And we can look at that also and say, you know, where are we at now with Bitcoin as a marketing tool for the industry? Well, now it's owned by all of those entities that we've been railing against for all these years. And so there's that. But let's just go into the straight metrics of the differences between Hex and Bitcoin. So we all know that Bitcoin had 3 bugs in its lifespan, one of which could have really hurt it. But because of a Bitcoin Cash dev that was honest and didn't exploit the inflation bug, they were able to correct the mistake and fix it. So there's that. And you just heard the fellas talking about spaghetti code. I'm not sure. I know that's a general term, and I'm not sure exactly what that means in the developer world, because I'll get criticized all the hell for saying stuff like that. But the bottom line is, every time they go in and try and fix, add, do something to it, they release a bug. So much so that they don't want to even work on it anymore. And they're creating this Rube Goldberg machine to make it functional. So we have this cryptocurrency that was first, that kind of, you know, founded the whole space, that gets its respect, that is now owned by big institutions that have lots of it, that was owned by maxis that had a lot of say in which direction it went, and how much it got marketed. But we don't take a step back and look at what was really going on. What was really going on is we're in a developing technology space, and developing fast, and even developing faster now. So we're looking at technology that was dilapidated and flawed at best from its inception, and we're calling that the gold standard. Bitcoin is the gold standard. And anybody who understands technology, or wants to move technology forward, or wants to see this space grow and thrive and do better, sitting there staring at Bitcoin and calling it the king of kings is, in my opinion, stupid. I think that we should have dropped that Bitcoin is any good narrative a long time ago, and quit sending it praises, because that's what they want you to do now. That's what BlackRock wants you to do. Fidelity wants you to do. JP Morgan wants you to do. At the Bitcoin convention that I was just at, all those names were in marquee lights everywhere, and everybody was just cheering it on like it's all cool. You know, these are no, those people are long gone now, and very, very wealthy. The original cypherpunks and the people that invested in Bitcoin early, they got theirs, and they just sold it all to these big financial institutions. So now they own it, and they're controlling it, and they're setting up legislation, doing all that. So that's where I see the difference of the two, is that we have a centralized cryptocurrency that is Bitcoin, owned by the centralized agencies, owned by the banks, owned by the governments. And then we have DeFi, and we have Hex. Hex was, in my opinion, the first worth a shit protocol in the DeFi space. Nothing else compared to it. Nothing else acted like it. Nothing else had the metrics that it had, and nothing else moved like it did when it launched. We watched that sucker go to 10,000x. We did that all while everybody was fudding us. and you name it, everybody was fighting us, from the Bitcoin maxis to the institutions out there, to our families, and eventually even our own space in the Hex community. So everybody was up against it, but it did a 10,000x. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, because people understood its value and what it was, where it was going, what it could do, how it can change a space. And that's because it was an immutable contract that generated yield, that did all the things that Bitcoin did. It just did it better on the Ethereum network. The Ethereum network, allowed DeFi to actually be, created. You couldn't do it on Bitcoin. They've still have nothing but problems every time they try and make something over there. So because of the security protocols within the Ethereum network, Hex was created. And again, not to try and dev talk you, but I'm just going to give you the idiot's version of it. Because the data is packetized and plug and play, everything was taken off of the shelf and put into the Hex contract to build the Hex contract. And it was audited a few times. There was a whole bunch of audits done on, there were 3 audits done on Hex. And so it was secure from the beginning. Richard launched it that way. So here we have more secure network, a faster network. Obviously it runs a lot quicker than Bitcoin. And that's on the Ethereum network. And now Hex has it even one better. It's been duplicated on the Pulsechain network that Richard Hart created. And because of that, it makes Hex even stronger, because now you have a proof of stake network that it runs on. Proof of stake. Now it's completely proof of stake. Not only was it a better Bitcoin, but now we've got a better Ethereum that the better Bitcoin runs on. And it's true DeFi. You don't have anybody holding your keys in order for you to generate yield. Now, the yield has fluctuated because there has been an event that has, dropped the yield down. But that's not saying that it's a bad thing. Financial tools need to be, especially ones like this that actually act as a currency, a certificate of deposit product-ish, an inflation tool. So it has all these parameters, and so it does need to be, or it does need some optimization, maybe not call it regulation, but I think that Richard knows what he's doing, and this recent move in the market that has brought the yield down. I know it's made a lot of people upset, but it's still generating yield, and it's still generating yield by your hand. Nobody else has their hands in it. And that yield can change. It's already been proven it can go one way, it can go the other also. So, don't look at that too harshly, because Bitcoin doesn't have that. In order for you to generate yield on your Bitcoin, you've got to give it to a centralized agency. And we know what happens when that goes down. Once you turn your coins over, you got problems. You've got issues. So, in my opinion, all the things that Hex was created with and for is better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dilapidated technology. It doesn't allow you to use true DeFi. And I don't think that its inflation model is as good as Hex's inflation model. Now, I think it's 2140 when the last Bitcoin is supposed to launch. So it doesn't matter really to any of us here unless Aubrey DeGrey gets really, really badass and we get to live that long. But 2140 is a long time from now for all the Bitcoin still coming. So there's always going to be inflation in our lifetime on Bitcoin. Now, it's going to be less than Hex. Period. End of story. But the inflation that comes out in Bitcoin gets dumped on the market right away. Why? To pay the electric bills for the miners. Massive amounts of electrical value needs to be extracted. I think it's like what 146 terawatt hours on just Sweden's grid alone. So tons of energy being wasted on this dilapidated technology. In Hex, don't use that. You actually get to use validators that, I mean, I run one here. It doesn't take much power to run the validator. Even on the Ethereum network, the costs are minimal. So the mining protocol is I think one of the biggest problems with Bitcoin. Now, the inflation that comes out and goes to Bitcoin gets dumped on the market by the miners. The inflation that comes out in Hex, now check this out. The inflation that comes out in Hex goes to the stakers. So anyone who's staked for one day all the way out to 15 years is going to receive that inflation, that 3.69% inflation, modest inflation. Think about this. People have 15-year stakes. You've got inflation coming out, landing on 15-year stakes. So that's 15 years of delayed inflation. Now, let's just say those stakes come due. And that person had other stakes and they had staking ladders and whatnot. Let's say a 15-year stake comes due and they don't need that. And they're going to, well, you know what? This one's going back out there. But now I'm back out for 15 years. It's possible that we're going to see inflation stuck in the system for 30 years plus. 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. You're going to see that inflation is going to be restaking, coming back into the system, and it may not ever see the light of day. I don't know what that number is going to be, and that's an arbitrary number, but it'll be interesting to see if we can get that metric to see how much of that inflation actually stays in the system and never sees the light of day. So that's part of it. And I don't think a lot of people try to do any math on it or look at it, but that inflation stays. So with that, because of the inflation model, because of the proof of stake model, both on the coin and on the network and when it sits in Pulsechain, I think that it blows the doors off of Bitcoin and it gives us true DeFi. Can't do DeFi in Bitcoin anymore. It's a thing of the past. The institutions own your Bitcoin, folks, but they don't own your Hex. And you have complete control of that. And staking gives you complete control of all the yield that can be generated versus giving it to one of those entities that can play the three-card Monte game on you, or the shell games on you. That's what FTX did. That's what Celsius did. That's what they've all done in the past. And that's why I was so fired up about getting into Hex, because it was finally our token. It was finally true DeFi. It was something that nobody else could mess with my stakes. They were mine. I decided when they were coming out, when they were being staked, and I played as part of the system and got the end stake penalties and whatnot just for being in the system. So with that, I want to look at the chat room real quick and see if there's any questions out there to answer. Let's see. Oh, are you coming back? Are we done already?
But no, we got a couple minutes. I just if you want to talk a little bit, we got a couple minutes here. Looking at the chat as well.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions? Any thought this was a Pulsechain conference? Yeah, we talk about more than Pulsechain. Were you here for the longevity conversation earlier? Yeah, pretty good stuff.
Yeah, we had longevity. So Pulse,
Hex panel. Yeah.
Yeah, we had the Hex panel. I missed. So
okay, that's okay.
So we've been given all the tools here, and it's Hex is better than Bitcoin because of all the other tools that we have. Pulsechain, PulseX, the ability to do true DeFi. It's the whole ecosystem that makes it better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just that first coin that moves back and forth. That's it. And then everything else is a Rube Goldberg machine built on top of it to try and make it function better. Everything that's been built around Hex has been built to increase the whole DeFi system, to make the whole DeFi system better. And that's, with PulseX having a decentralized exchange where you get to participate versus centralized agencies that are participating out there in the Bitcoin world. And then, of course, Pulse, a true proof of stake model where we, get to build other cryptocurrencies in the DeFi space. And, of course, Hex functions better on it also than on Ethereum. And not that either one is any different. They're both the same product. And Ethereum its fees can sometimes go through the roof as it starts moving up in price. So I think it's the whole system itself that makes Hex better.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at Bitcoin, take a look at Hex. If you're looking at Ethereum, you see it pumping, take a look at Pulsechain. We got faster, cheaper, early Ethereum. We got time locking with yield and price go up, tech in the price performance community. I mean, we're out here throwing conferences and events, and RG3 has traveled the world and doing all these stuff as well. So we got a community here. We're here to win, man. We're here to win, and that's what I'm here for. A lot of people in the community, that's what we want to do. That's what we've been preparing for. That's where we put our time, energy, capital, all that stuff, onboarding people to the greatest ecosystem on earth. And PulseX, Hex, Pulsechain, huge parts of it, the core of these things.
So in my opinion, I think right now that everybody thinks we win when number goes up. Everybody thinks that, when we're all-time highs, we've won. And that's not what we've got to be looking at. We've got to look at what we have in our hand. The bird in hand, right? We've got Hex on 2 chains. We've got a chain that is price be damned better than anything else out there, or equal to anything else that's out there. And we've got PulseX, which is also a decentralized exchange that is truly decentralized. It's not going to drop coins off of it because they don't like the name of it or whatever. So we've already won. It's just about the number catching up to it.
Yeah, even Richard's mentioned recently, you've got everything we need. All we need is people to know about it. And that's why everybody's excited about the marketing, mega marketing push, never before seen marketing, amazing marketing stuff that we're looking forward to this summer. It's gonna be a great summer. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and I mean, talk to that a little bit. We're in the middle of it right now. I've been helping set up the marketing distribution of the devices that are going to be going out, the materials that are going to be going out, and it's going to be pretty exciting. It's going to be a mass campaign, and it's cool to be involved in it.
Love it. Yeah, looking forward to hearing more about that. I know SJ's keeping us informed and stuff as well, and you all putting in work, and that's what it takes. The community, it's you do the work. I think it's been the biggest lightning rod I've seen of RH's greatest hits is it's been the most to me, and I've taken it to heart the most is you do the work. I want to do if I want to see it get done, I want to do the work. That means doesn't mean I'm going to do everything. Doesn't mean I want to do everything. And there's plenty of people. We have 1, 5, 10 of every kind of talent in the community we could possibly ask for and want. Getting together, putting in the work. If you put the points in the right direction, there you go. But boy, I love it, man. I love it. I'm looking forward to having community go up, price go up, everything go up. I think we deserve it, and we've been putting in the work for a while to get it. So I'm excited.
And that's what everybody, versus everybody out there going, when's RH this, when's RH that, when's he going to do that? Well, when are you going to get up off of your butt and go do something? I mean, that's what it's always been about is you have the ability to participate in this. There is no company that's going to stop you from promoting. There's no company that's going to pay you to promote. It's on you to go out and disseminate the information. And that's what we should be doing. Those of you who have talent in whatever area it is, go out and do that. Go out and onboard, go out and be, part of your community out there and be an advocate for this thing and, put in the work.
RG, we appreciate you so much. I love all the events you've hosted before and all that too, and streaming and Discourse Syndicate and all the pieces. So yeah, really appreciate you and all the work you put in. It hasn't gone unnoticed at all. It's a lot of great stuff.
Well, thank you for always supporting and for being of the best of us and doing this and picking this up. This is a task, man. I know it's a big task. So thank you for doing that and picking the ball on this thing.
Well, I hope again, I hope to inspire many other people too. Like, it doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be anyone else doing conferences and events. Like, anyone go out there, go to your local meetups, go start a conference. I did a couple of years ago. I did Founders Week. How to do Founders Week? Because I said I did Founders Week. I'm starting inviting founders. Do that. Next month, I'm doing Hex Week. How to do that? I said I'm going to do Hex Week. I'm going to start inviting people to talk about Hex. Just go do it. Just go do it. You know, if you know people and all that stuff, then you can get them together and talk about some amazing things and put on events. It's you go do the work. I love it. RG3, we'll catch you another time. Thank you for stopping by today, and always good to see you, man. Take it easy.
All right, my man. Take care. Thanks again.
Yeah. See ya. All right, that is the end of the day. Cutting it off there. Last talk, RG3, putting in the work, doing a lot of great stuff out there as well. Tomorrow, I put the link in the chat about 500 times at this point for either tomorrow's link, schedule, all that amazing stuff. We got a jam-packed schedule for tomorrow. Maybe it's just real briefly. I'm going to show it real briefly just to show you, give you a quick taste of day 2. So we got we got Richard Hart's master plan. We got PulseX versus Uniswap. We got Inc, a ton of Inc talks, bunch of Inc bull stuff, marketing panel, crypto security privacy, 15 minutes. That's gonna be jam-packed session by me. Got ecosystem stuff. We got builders. We got Sci-Fi. We got Hex Ladder staking, Monster Thread. We got Pulsechain panel, all kinds of amazing stuff. So yeah, come by tomorrow, same time. We will see you then. And that is all I got for you today. I'm gonna play a couple videos before we leave, do the outro, and thank you so much for coming, and hope to see you all again tomorrow. It's been a
PulseX, volume decentralized exchange. PulseX, volume decentralized exchange. PulseX, volume decentralized exchange. That's PulseX, DEFI Pulsechain. PulseX, volume decentralized exchange.